sad tragedy that people perceive and think that people that are from Africa, they're new converts. They just came to Islam, or they don't know Islam, or Islam has just been brought to them, or da'wah has been just given to them. Whereas we know for a fact that the Prophet ﷺ sent his companions to Africa before he sent them anywhere else. They settled there, they lived there, they traded with the people, they understood the people, they did da'wah. We know when Amr ibn As, for example, he comes to Africa, essentially wants to sort of go against the Byzantine kingdom at the time and fight them. He cannot do that. He needs to tap into resources that are local. And the resources that are local are the people that live there, the Qibt or the Coptic people that live there. And he actually develops a policy, in essence, of actually an inclusionist. And this is why Amr ibn As radiallahu anhu covers such a huge land mass in such a short time and conquers a lot of that land. Because why? The Muslims that converted, the Muslims that became part of his army, the tribes, the locals, the kings, the tradesmen, people who knew where to go, where not to go, where to settle, where to give da'wah, actually were at the forefront of his army. And the same thing goes for with Uqba ibn Nafi' when he comes to Africa. And we're talking about still in the time of Umar bin Khattab and the time of Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu. And Uqba ibn Nafi', what does he do? He includes the Berbers. He has a similar policy as Amr ibn As. He talks to the Berbers, he includes the tribes of the Berbers, he actually makes them part of his soldiers, he gives them regiments, and they in turn go out and conquer and become the Muslims who are spreading Islam. And again, once more, we see the dynamic that Islam again spreads through the Maghrib, very fast, unnaturally fast. And then it's again when Uqba ibn Nafi' is replaced and our policy stops, that we do not see that spread again, and that stops. And so we know from historical anecdotes, if we just want to say the dry history accounts, in essence, that when Islam has arrived in Africa way before anywhere else in the Hijaz, beyond Mecca, in essence, and when it arrives with the army of the companions and it's spread, it's through the means of Africans embracing Islam, taking it and the ownership of Islam and spreading it and giving it da'wah. And it's a really a misconception, and it's a denigration of Islam itself as well, to talk about always and see Muslims from the continent as some sort of a newcomers, because what you're denying essentially is your history. And in the history, whether you're an Arab or an Indian or an African or an European, it doesn't matter who you are. Your history based on faith is underpinned you knowing the truth, the haqq. And the haqq comes through these historical anecdotes. So why are we denying a piece of our history based on modern racial construct? This modern racial construct and post-colonial construct, it has been really bad on our psyche in terms of the way we think and our identities. I deal with a lot of Muslims, whether they be black, white, no matter who they are, and we talk about this. And whenever we talk about this, there is an amazement. Why are you amazed? Are they not people like anybody else? Can they not achieve things? Can they not learn? Do they not have aql and intellect, just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed upon the progeny of Adam, no matter what their color or shade they are? It's an inherent sort of a racist view that we have, and we need to sort of, every time we see that, tackle it. And wherever we come across it, in us and outside, we have to sort of tackle it.